Are you feeling stuck in patterns that no longer serve you? Do you believe that your past actions might be influencing your present circumstances? In this video, we'll delve into the profound teachings of Buddhism and explore 7 powerful ways to clear past karma and improve your life. From identifying your patterns to living with intention, these lessons will not only help you understand karma, but also empower you to transform it. So, if you're ready to break free from your past and create a future filled with peace, happiness, and positivity, keep watching. Lesson 1. Identify your patterns. Understanding the concept of karma begins with self-awareness and introspection. The first lesson, identify your patterns, is a crucial step towards clearing past karma and improving your life. This lesson is about recognizing the recurring themes and patterns in your life that are influenced by your actions, thoughts, and feelings. Our lives are incidents of experiences, each one shaped by our actions and their consequences. These actions, driven by our thoughts and feelings, create patterns that can either uplift us or pull us down. To identify these patterns, we need to cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully engaged with the current moment. It involves observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing us to gain insight into our inner workings. When we are mindful, we can see our patterns more clearly. We can notice the thoughts that frequently arise, the emotions that dominate our inner landscape, and the actions that we habitually take. For instance, you might notice that you often react with anger when faced with criticism. This reaction might create a pattern of conflict in your relationships, leading to negative karma. By identifying this pattern, you can start working on transforming it. To identify your patterns, you can also reflect on your past experiences. Look for recurring situations or themes. Are there certain challenges that you keep facing? Are there specific emotions that you often experience? These could be indicators of your karmic patterns. Our patterns are not only negative. We also have positive patterns that bring us joy, peace, and success. Identifying these patterns can help us strengthen them and create more positive karma. However, identifying patterns is not about labeling yourself or your experiences. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and your karma. It's about seeing the connection between your actions and their consequences. In Buddhism, we believe that our patterns are not fixed. They can be transformed through awareness and conscious action. So when you identify a pattern, don't see it as a limitation, but as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Remember, the purpose of identifying your patterns is not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself better. It's about recognizing the patterns that serve you and those that don't, so you can make conscious choices to create positive karma. Lesson 2. Take responsibility. Taking responsibility for our actions is a fundamental principle in Buddhism. It's based on the understanding that we are the creators of our reality. Our actions, thoughts, and feelings shape our lives and create our karma. Therefore, if we want to clear past karma and improve our lives, we need to take responsibility for our actions. But what does it mean to take responsibility? It doesn't mean blaming ourselves for everything that goes wrong in our lives. It doesn't mean beating ourselves up for our mistakes. It doesn't mean feeling guilty or ashamed. Rather, it means acknowledging our role in creating our reality. It means recognizing that our actions have consequences, and that we are responsible for these consequences. For example, if we have a pattern of attracting toxic relationships, we might be tempted to blame the other person or the circumstances. But if we take responsibility, we acknowledge that we have a role in attracting these relationships. We might realize that we have a belief that we're not worthy of love, and that this belief is attracting people who reinforce this belief. By taking responsibility, we empower ourselves to change our karma. We can work on transforming our belief, and this will help us attract healthier relationships. Taking responsibility also involves forgiving ourselves for our mistakes. In Buddhism, we believe that everyone makes mistakes, and that these mistakes are opportunities for growth and learning. Therefore, Instead of blaming ourselves or feeling guilty, we can forgive ourselves and learn from our mistakes. This will help us create positive karma and improve our lives. Taking responsibility involves making amends for our actions. If we have hurt someone or caused harm, we can take responsibility by apologizing and making amends. This will not only help us clear our past karma, but it will also help us create positive karma. We might not be able to undo the harm we've caused, but we can certainly do our best to make things right. Taking responsibility involves being mindful of our actions. In Buddhism, we believe that mindfulness is the key to creating positive karma. By being mindful, we become more aware of our actions, thoughts, and feelings, and this helps us make more conscious choices. Therefore, if we want to clear past karma and improve our lives, we need to be mindful of our actions. We need to think before we act, and we need to consider the consequences of our actions. Lesson 3. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is a powerful practice that can help us clear past karma and cultivate a more peaceful and compassionate heart. In Buddhism, forgiveness is not seen as a weak or passive act, but rather as a courageous and transformative one. It's about recognizing the suffering that lies behind harmful actions and choosing to respond with understanding and love instead of anger and resentment. So, how can we practice forgiveness in our daily lives? Here are some steps that you can follow. Acknowledge the harm. The first step in forgiveness is acknowledging the harm that has been done. This means recognizing the impact that someone's actions have had on you and allowing yourself to feel the emotions that arise. It's important to remember that acknowledging the harm is not the same as dwelling on it or indulging in negative thoughts. Understand the causes and conditions. The next step is to understand the causes and conditions that led to the harmful actions. In Buddhism, we believe that all actions arise from a complex web of causes and conditions, including past karma, mental habits, and external circumstances. By understanding the causes and conditions, we can cultivate empathy and compassion for the person who harmed us, and for ourselves. Cultivate forgiveness. Once we have acknowledged the harm and understood the causes and conditions, we can begin to cultivate forgiveness. This is a process that may take time, and it's important to be patient and gentle with ourselves. We can start by wishing the person who harmed us well, and by recognizing that they too are subject to the law of karma. We can also practice forgiveness towards ourselves by letting go of self-blame and self-judgment. Let go and move on. The final step in forgiveness is letting go and moving on. This means releasing the negative emotions and thoughts that we have been holding onto, and choosing to focus on the present moment instead. It's important to remember that forgiveness does not necessarily mean reconciliation or forgetting what happened. It's about finding a way to heal and move forward with wisdom and compassion. Forgiving ourselves and others is not always easy, but it is a powerful practice that can help us clear past karma and cultivate a more peaceful and compassionate heart. It's about recognizing the suffering that lies behind harmful actions and choosing to respond with understanding and love instead of anger and resentment. Lesson 4. Practice compassion. Compassion in Buddhism is not merely a feeling of empathy or sympathy. It's a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings and a deep commitment to alleviate suffering. It's about seeing the world through the eyes of others, understanding their struggles, and doing your best to help them. The practice of compassion begins with understanding that everyone wants to be happy and avoid suffering, just like you. This understanding helps to break down the barriers between us and fosters a sense of connection and unity. It helps us to see that our actions, words, and thoughts have an impact on others, and that we have the power to contribute to their happiness or suffering. Another way to practice compassion is by actively helping others. This could be as simple as listening to a friend in need, offering a comforting hug, or volunteering your time to a cause you care about. The key is to act from a place of genuine care and concern for the well-being of others. However, it's important to remember that compassion is not about sacrificing your own well-being for the sake of others. It's about finding a balance between caring for others and caring for yourself. In fact, self-compassion is a crucial aspect of compassion. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. In the words of the Dalai Lama, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. By practicing compassion, you not only contribute to the happiness of others, but you also create positive karma for yourself. You cultivate a heart that is open, kind, and resilient, and you create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. So, let's make compassion a daily practice. Let's strive to understand the struggles of others, to empathize with their pain, and to do our best to help them. Let's cultivate a heart that is open, kind, and resilient. And let's create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and filled with positive karma. Lesson 5. Break free from limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are thoughts or opinions that one believes to be the absolute truth. They are often deeply ingrained and can significantly impact our lives, shaping our decisions, actions, and ultimately, our karma. In Buddhism, we believe that these limiting beliefs can be a major obstacle on our path to enlightenment and happiness. Therefore, breaking free from them is a crucial step towards clearing past karma and improving our lives. So, how can we identify these limiting beliefs? They often manifest as negative self-talk, such as, "I'm not good enough," "I can't do this," or "I don't deserve happiness." They can also appear as rigid beliefs about the world, such as life is hard, people can't be trusted, or happiness is fleeting. These beliefs can limit our potential, hinder our growth, and create negative karma. Once we've identified our limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. This can be a difficult process, as these beliefs are often deeply ingrained and can feel very real. However, it's important to remember that our thoughts and beliefs are not necessarily the truth. They are just perceptions, and perceptions can be changed. One way to challenge limiting beliefs is to question their validity. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Is there evidence to support it? Are there exceptions to this belief? For example, if you believe that you're not good enough, you might ask yourself, what does good enough mean? Have I ever done anything good enough? What would happen if I believed I was good enough? By questioning your beliefs, you can start to see them in a new light and loosen their hold on you. Another way to challenge limiting beliefs is to replace them with more positive and empowering beliefs. For example, if you believe that you can't do something, you might replace this belief with "I can learn to do this," or "I can try my best." By replacing negative beliefs with positive ones, you can start to create a more positive and empowering mindset. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of our limiting beliefs and learn to let them go. We can also cultivate a more open and accepting attitude towards ourselves and the world, which can help us to break free from limiting beliefs. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. It's important to remember that it's okay to have limiting beliefs, and it's okay to struggle with them. What's important is that we're willing to question them, challenge them, and replace them with more positive and empowering beliefs. Lesson 6. Embrace new actions. Embracing new actions is a crucial step in clearing past karma and creating a new positive one. This is where you take all the understanding, all the responsibility, all the forgiveness, and all the compassion you've cultivated, and you channel it into action. In Buddhism, we believe that action is the vehicle of change. It's not enough to just think or feel differently. We need to act differently. This means doing things that we've never done before, making choices that we've never made before, and taking steps that we've never taken before. But why is embracing new actions so important? Firstly, new actions help us break free from old patterns. Remember in Lesson 1, we talked about how our actions, thoughts, and feelings create patterns that shape our lives. These patterns can be positive or negative, and they often repeat themselves. By embracing new actions, we can disrupt these patterns and create new positive ones. Secondly, new actions help us grow and evolve. In Buddhism, we believe that life is a journey of growth and evolution. It's about constantly learning, constantly improving, and constantly expanding. By embracing new actions, we can challenge ourselves, step out of our comfort zones, and grow in ways we never thought possible. Thirdly, new actions help us create positive karma. In Buddhism, we believe that every action has a consequence, and we are responsible for the karma we create. By embracing new actions, we can create new positive karma that can help us overcome our past karma and improve our lives. So, how can we embrace new actions? Firstly, we need to be open to new experiences. This means letting go our biases, our prejudices, and our preconceptions, and being willing to try new things. It might be a new hobby, a new job, a new relationship, or a new way of thinking. The key is to be open and willing. Secondly, we need to be brave. Embracing new actions often involves stepping out of our comfort zones and taking risks. This can be scary and intimidating, but it's also where growth and evolution happen. So be brave. Take that leap of faith. You might be surprised at where it takes you. Thirdly, we need to be persistent. Embracing new actions is not always easy. We might face obstacles, setbacks, and challenges. But don't let that discourage you. In Buddhism, we believe that persistence is the key to success. So, keep going. Keep trying. Keep pushing. You'll get there. Lesson 7. Live with intention. Living with intention is about being conscious and purposeful in your thoughts, words, and actions. It's about aligning your life with your values, your aspirations, and your deepest truths. In Buddhism, we believe that our intentions shape our karma. So, if you want to clear past karma and create positive karma, you need to live with positive intentions. The first step towards living with intention is to set clear intentions. This might involve setting intentions for your day, your week, your month, or your life. Your intentions should be based on your values and your aspirations. They should be positive, realistic, and meaningful. For example, your intention for the day might be to be kind and compassionate, to be patient and understanding, or to be focused and productive. The second step is to align your life with your intentions. This means that your thoughts, words, and actions should reflect your intentions. For example, if your intention is to be kind and compassionate, you should think kind thoughts, speak kind words, and do kind actions. If your thoughts, words, or actions are not aligned with your intentions, you should try to correct them. The third step is to be mindful of your intentions. Mindfulness is about being present and aware in the moment. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. By being mindful of your intentions, you can ensure that you're living in alignment with them. You can also use mindfulness to correct your thoughts, words, or actions if they're not aligned with your intentions. The fourth step is to review and renew your intentions regularly. This might involve reviewing your intentions at the end of the day, the end of the week, or the end of the month. You should assess whether you've lived in alignment with your intentions and whether your intentions are still relevant and meaningful. You should also renew your intentions for the next day, week, or month. Living with intention is not always easy. It requires conscious effort, discipline, and commitment. You might face challenges and setbacks along the way. But remember, every moment is an opportunity to live with intention. Every moment is an opportunity to create positive karma. So, don't give up, keep going, and keep living with intention.